Hello everyone. Today I'll be talking to you about medical schools in Italy. Before we start, and just so you guys know, I'm currently in the third year of medicine in Humanitas University, a fairly new university in Milan. Therefore, I am not a medical professional, and my knowledge is limited to what I've heard from other students and professors in my time in Milan. Getting back to the main topic, why choose Milan? Or why choose medicine in Milan? This is probably the number one question that people ask. Oh, so you're studying fashion, right? Obviously. But honestly, there's so many other places you could study medicine, like the UK or the US. So why here? Out of the many reasons, I've narrowed it down to two main points. And these are basically one, it's relatively easier to get in. And two, it's cheaper. Don't get me wrong, it is not easy to get into any medical school, in fact. But it's just easier, in my opinion, in comparison to the US or the UK universities. Let me give you an example. In the US, after high school, so you're 18, you get into pre-med. Pre-med lasts around 4 years, so you finish that, and now you're 22. And then you get into a medical school. So getting into this medical school requires a prior experience, so this experience that you've gained through shadowing in your pre-med degree. Furthermore, you would need a minimum GPA of 3.0. A letter of recommendation is also required. You must also meet the MCAT requirement. Along with this, you'll also need a decent TOEFL score. At the end of these 4 years, you're now 26. So in comparison, in Milan, after high school you're 18. You get straight into a medicine and surgery course, which is a total of 6 years. So at the end of this, you're 24 years old. So along with the age, the other main differences are the requirements to get into these medical schools in Milan. You only need 12 years of education without even a minimum score. As long as you've chosen medicine-related subjects, you're good, as long as it's been 12 years of education. Along with this, you also need to pass the IMAT, and you need to pass this with a decent score. But this is relatively easier than the MCAT or the UK CAT. There's no further English examinations unless English was not the medium of instruction of your school. Note that you also need to be learning Italian during the course. As you can imagine, this is a pretty important point as you will be talking to the patients in Italian. The other point is the cheaper aspect. So on average, the fees vary dramatically in public and private medical schools in Milan. In Humanitas, a private university, as of 2018, the fees is around 20,000 euros per year, and this is excluding accommodation, food, books, or other services. While in the University of Milan, a public university, it costs about 4,000 euros per year. It's also important to note that this value for both universities will go down depending on the family income. In comparison, in the UK, the University of Leicester is about 10,000 euros for UK and EU citizens, while non-EU students pay 28,000 euros on average. Along with this, you should also note that the UK medical schools are not a total of 6, but 5 years, although some medical schools like Cambridge require an additional year. In the US, it's about 43,000 euros per year at private institutions, while in public institutions, it's 27,000 euros per year. Similarly, this is 4 years. Along with this, you'll also need to include pre-med. And pre-med is at an average of around 35,000 euros per year. I'll let you guys do the math on that one. So there's obviously so many more reasons that you might choose Italy over any other country, like the wonderful Italian culture, Or perhaps the fact that it's in Europe, giving you the freedom to maybe move around, move about. And even the fact that it's such an international city. You'll meet people from so many different countries and places. You'll be quite surprised. Before this video gets too long, I'll end it here and I'll add a few additional links below that you guys might find useful. I'll see you guys on the next one.